in summer, liquidity starts increasing. Obviously, 2020, because of the pandemic, it went bananas. But 2016, 2012, these were good periods for liquidity. And guess what? Crypto, technology, they all rose. Then you get into fall. Fall is often when the real fireworks happen. Liquidity keeps pumping and then eventually tops out into winter. That's when you get the corrections, the crypto down cycles. So we've got the best two parts of the cycle to come. Obviously, the best entry was at the bottom of winter. That's when I was buying Solana, Ethereum, all back then. And then I've obviously switched around. So I'm pretty much 100% Solana right now, outside of small meme stuff and other bits and pieces. Because Solana, the Solana Bitcoin cross chart, Solana ETH cross chart looks so compelling that I'm like,
hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Raoul Pal discusses Bitcoin and crypto. Raoul Pal discusses strategies for preparing for the upcoming new era and highlights the importance of owning certain assets. Raoul provides valuable insights on this topic, discussing the various factors that influence market trends, including macroeconomic indicators and the impact of cryptocurrencies. Also, considering the potential impact of geopolitical events and the importance of informed decision-making. And lots of things Raoul Pal discusses, so please watch the video to end. And share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
the banana zone is that period when you transition out of macro crypto spring into crypto macro summer. Now, it happens to bizarrely coincide with the transition to summer that many of us are having. I mean, the Cayman Islands, it's summer all the time. I know your heart bleeds for me, but some of us got to live this life. I take it seriously. So the banana zone is when that happens, usually after the halving, there's this consolidation period, down 20%, chopping around, usual stuff. And then it starts gathering, and then it goes crazy. So let me show you a couple of charts on this, just so we're on the same page. So this is global liquidity. This is the GMI global liquidity. This was on that tweet thread. Now, it's a very colorful chart. You probably can't read it. If you're colorblind, you're totally fucked. But what it says is the yellow periods are summer. In summer, what we find is liquidity increases. This is global liquidity, not US liquidity, global liquidity. So in summer, liquidity starts increasing. Obviously, 2020, because of the pandemic, it went bananas. But 2016, 2012, these were good periods for liquidity. And guess what? Crypto, technology, they all rose. Then you get into fall. Fall is often when the real fireworks happen. Liquidity keeps pumping and then eventually tops out into winter. That's when you get the corrections, the crypto down cycles. So we've got the best two parts of the cycle to come. Obviously, the best entry was at the bottom of winter. That's when I was buying Solana, Ethereum, all back then. And then I've obviously switched around. So I'm pretty much 100% Solana right now, outside of small meme stuff and other bits and pieces. Because Solana, the Solana Bitcoin cross chart, Solana ETH cross chart looks so compelling that I'm like, if my job here is to make as much money as possible, I'm just going to own the thing that I think is going to go up the most. So that was the view I had. You will have a different way, but please don't get stuck into a narrative. You're still stuck in some fucking token from 3 cycles ago because somebody's telling you that it's going to definitely be the next big thing. It's not big thing after 3 cycles, 2 cycles. It's not going to be the big thing. So just try and make money. I'm trying to allow you not to fuck this up. Don't fuck this up is the key mantra. When you've got a liquidity cycle ahead of you like this, please take advantage of it. The next part of that is the NASDAQ. Maybe you're not crypto people, but God, tech does well in crypto summer. We had an astonishing year last year with long tech all year, astonishingly good year in tech, and it's only going to get crazier. And I'll talk about tech a lot later when I'm talking about where this is all going and why you've only got 6 years to save yourselves before the world gets a little crazy. But in tech, it is fall that is the big period. The later part of the season is when it goes really bananas. That's after the election. This is the same as the election cycle. The election years are in yellow, then the post-election years, that tends to happen. So liquidity is going to pump into the system. It's going to come from different measures. I'm sure there's going to be questions about this in the chat on Real Vision, realvision.com. If you've not gone there, I'm not going to talk to you ever again. If you do come across the realvision.com, I'll say hi and I'll be very grateful. And it's free and I'm there to ask any questions. Okay, NASDAQ, crypto, because you're all crypto junkies. And the reason you're crypto junkies is it makes more money than anything else. I get it. That's the point. That's the point of investing, is to make as much money as possible. So yellow tends to be in the summer, tends to be decent, but there's been 2 cycles where fall was bananas, total bananas. And then you had the last fall in 2021, which was less so. It's because the liquidity came earlier in 2020. So we don't know how it's going to play out, but this is how it should play out.
According to one analyst, there is a single key indicator that can be used to predict whether Bitcoin will surpass its previous all-time high. With $73,700 projected for 2024, the fate of this sum lies in the hands of the United States Federal Reserve. The U.S. high yield rate serves as a crucial indicator, and it is imperative for it to decrease to a level below 6 or 7% in order to sustain an all-time high. Timothy Peterson, the founder and investment manager of Island Alternative Advisor, shared his insights on Bitcoin price action. He emphasized that the primary measure he considers is the movement of interest rates. Currently, the U.S. high yield rate, which reflects the rate of high-yield corporate bonds due to their higher risk of default, stands at 7.54% according to charts data. According to Peterson's analysis, a potential fall in yield rates to around 6 or 7% could result in Bitcoin reaching the highly anticipated price of $100,000. This is projected to occur by the fourth quarter of 2024, or, at the latest, the second quarter of 2025. Historically, when the Federal Reserve lowers interest rates, it tends to lead to a subsequent increase in yield rates. Nearly 2/3 of economists surveyed expect this trend to occur in September, as revealed in a recent reader's SU interest rates are seen as a crucial factor for crypto traders. When rates are lowered, it usually means lower returns for investors in safe haven securities like bonds and term deposits. As a result, more investors are drawn to riskier assets like Bitcoin in search of better gains. Investment returns. According to Peterson, the markets tend to remain relatively stable and unpredictable during the months of September and October. Although not a guarantee, it is often observed that he made comments regarding the potential increase in uncertainty leading up to the upcoming U.S. election, which is scheduled for November 4th. In the meantime, crypto analyst Scott Noker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets, stated that the impact of the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates may not always be beneficial for assets other than fixed income. There is a widely accepted theory that a change in the Federal Reserve's stance is beneficial for the markets. This was mentioned in a post on X-Rate on May 14th. It is generally observed that rate cuts often precede significant market declines, as was acknowledged in the broader market. Let's get back to Raoul Pal interview.
So here's the final thing. This is the banana zone. Why it's called the banana zone is because the chart A looks like a banana and B, everything goes bananas. And that comes after the halving. After this consolidation, it does this. Will it be identical? Is 300 grand the price target? Whatever. I don't know, but it will go bananas unless something dramatic changes. And I do an enormous amount of work on this in Global Macro Investor. And you should. Is this chart up on the screen? I'm not sure it is. Okay. Okay. I think I've got a delay. And so I do an enormous amount of work. There's literally thousands of pages of research from Julian Bittel and myself on this. So this is not just some flippant comments. We'd see liquidity rising going forwards. There's sources of liquidity everywhere, from the Fed cutting rate, from the Treasury draining the general account, to the Fed cutting QT, to potentially the Treasury offering some liquidity provisions to China so they can manage the debt deflation. They're starved of dollars. Something with Japan, who also needs dollars because there's their currency's been collapsing. There is a lot of opportunities. The Europeans are going to cut rates. The UK are going to cut rates. There's a lot of opportunity for liquidity. The Fed may, let's say, spin up a special purpose vehicle to get rid of commercial real estate from the banks. Who knows? But the cowbell is coming. Listen out for it. It's already started. So the banana zone is all cowbell and markets going parabolic.
Bitcoin is poised for an upward continuation that is expected to result in not only new all-time highs, but also a journey to at a staggering $95,000. The current Bitcoin price levels are simply a matter of time. It's fascinating to observe how much more is needed to reach this dizzying height. $95,000 will be achieved in just one move, and it is clear from his statement. I wonder when this move will begin. Today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. It seems that nobody has a clear understanding of the situation. Bitcoin's recent movements were influenced by analysis from Mikey Bull Crypto, a fellow commentator. He identified a pattern known as the cup and handle formation, which is currently unfolding on weekly time frames. This pattern consists of a consolidation phase after a significant increase in price, followed by a reversal and a subsequent breakout to higher levels. Mikey Bull Crypto believes that this breakout will lead to a significant increase in Bitcoin's price and will mark the top of its current cycle. This analysis was shared in part of X commentary on May 14th. Last year, Quint gained recognition for his accurate BTC price predictions. He successfully forecasted a new all-time high for BTUSD before April's block subsidy. Quint and Mickey Crypto are not the only ones who hold these beliefs. Despite Bitcoin being stuck in a narrow range for over a month and the threat of a breakdown towards $50,000, not everyone is pessimistic about its future. According to popular trader Don Crypto Trades, when the price action worsens, it usually indicates that the chop is nearing its end. Don's recent X content suggests a lack of participation, lower liquidity, and more compression, which often precedes an explosive move. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.